Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Core Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kansas State's offense takes the field. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Cephas. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers. They're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Johnson wants to throw it. Coming after it. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it near midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Aggies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back and a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in, it's Moss.
All right, the offense wanted a 1st down there, but they got the completion, and now it sets up a 4th down situation where it's manageable. I can accomplish it, and yes, I'm going for it.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense and the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This is like a gift to have starting field position like this, Jesse.
You're absolutely right. It's ideal. And, David, they practice this. Sudden change situations. You have got to be able to pay this off now if you're on offense.
Yeah, and you want to pay it off. You practice it, but setting up in a goal-to-go situation, this is as good as it gets for this offense to succeed.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Wegman. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And here comes the field goal unit. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Johnson looking to throw. He's got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The short hands, it's Cephas. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Second down coming up.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Complete to the right. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Kansas State. What a grab and go for the score.
This is a receiver that is so good at running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Feeling some heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Boy, is that one he wishes he could have back. A total misfire.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they are going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to get to it. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
And they've converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. He's looking downfield to throw. He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 10.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the PAT makes it 14-6.
That makes the score Kansas State 14, Texas A&M 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's Moss. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know, as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a cannon.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Now the play fake. He lofts one down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And how about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Fires to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Back to the ground game on the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Johnson looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's reeled in. It's Barber. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. Quarterback keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting set for the point after. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. To the ground with the back. Oh, what a cut! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's Moss.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Going for it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. He'll start this drive firing. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. It was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
He's looking for an open man on second down. A strike downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass to catch.
He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to keep running. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Second down coming up. Johnson wants to throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Cephas. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Swanson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
Kansas State, 24, Texas A&M, 13.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense, and I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught on the outside, it's Watson.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
Texas A&M going quickly. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Finds his tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
A&M comes back out with another first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Nice move to keep running. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Aggies!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. To the air, it's Wegman. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Though a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the inside give. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the move. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit, because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. And they get the sack just like that.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Fires to the big fella. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball in.
Oh, look out, there he goes! And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter, and this defense will start the 4th on its heels. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Off the play fake on 1st down. With the catch, it's Green. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
Now 2nd and 10. They're going to run it to the right. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Might as well stick with him. What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period. down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Smashes through. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't Peg throwing into double coverage.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They feed him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
What a great job by the wide receiver getting the 1st down. We all see it, right? We're watching TV. We see the yellow line. You're like, don't you get to the 1st down. Great job knowing where the 1st down was, putting his head down, getting the 1st down.
The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Johnson wants to throw it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. They keep attacking through the air. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And if you're job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fair catch, called for and made. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Power football with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Tight end finds a soft spot. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Off play action on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Looking for space, it's Moss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
Johnson looking to throw. He makes the connection. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cephas. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. If we need to go for it on fourth down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Johnson wants to throw it. Got his man in the middle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He gets it oh so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Allen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Johnson looking to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up second down.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. Headed to the end zone. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You had him in 3rd down. You had him in a predictable situation. Try to go capitalize on it. What does he do? Pulls that rabbit out of the hat, scrambles around, now puts him right inside the 5-yard line in scoring position. You got to bow your necks. You better get ready for the next play.
1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Trying to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Brings up second and goal.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they're on top here in overtime.
Kansas State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Kansas State 34, Texas A&M.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the left. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Aggies have pushed it inside the 20. To the air, it's Wegman. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Aggies! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Looking for room, it's Moss. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Holds and fires complete to the right. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggies. That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. It's complete to the left. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Texas A&M 40.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Cephas.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. They're going to run it. Able to get one down to the 15.
And that was a nice second down run. It's setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
It's 3rd down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. Quick strike complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Kansas State! And they responded with a score of their own.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it for him.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like, these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
Have to go for 2 here in the 2nd overtime, and this one would win the game. He'll keep it himself. He makes it into the end zone for the 2, but there is a penalty flag where they often call holding. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Johnson wants to throw it. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. Try and play action. Unloads to the wideout. They're stopped on the 2-point try, and we are still tied. After the stop, now a 2-point try to win the game. Go straight ahead. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the 2, and we'll play another overtime. Let's do it again, guys, shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this 2-point try. They'll try to slam it in. They are stopped on the 2-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. They broke serve, now a chance to win it with a 2-point conversion. Slams ahead. They can't convert. That short yardage, condensed area, nobody got the 2, and we play on. Here comes the 2-point try. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They can't get it done on the 2, and now they'll rely on the defense. They got the stop, now to win it with a 2. To throw, it's Wegman. They're trying to get to it. That's it. That's the ball game. The 2-point try gets it done.